Airpods. Everyone seems to want them. I'm not sure if it's because it sounds good or it's the ease of use while using the AirPods in the Apple ecosystem, or people just want to say, hey, I have AirPods. For me personally, I use the OnePlus Buds Pro just because of the sound quality and design, but inside this box I have right here is the brand new Apple AirPods 3. Now, I've been using it for the past 2 weeks, even before it has been released back on October 26th, but I really want to use them thoroughly before I give my honest opinions. So here's the AirPods 3, 2 weeks later. Firstly, design. We're going to talk about the design of the AirPods 3, and to me these are my personal favorite designs so far, starting with the case. It looks very Apple-like, you know, just a white case, rounded corners, all of that looks cool. One thing I still think it does is that it scratches very easily. I don't know, it just scratches easily. Also, when it comes down to lint, it takes up a lot of lint, very easy as well. Even if you open it up, you could see lint inside, so just make sure you try to clean it as often as possible if you care. It's also very easy to open with one hand, and I must admit, it's very satisfying to close this lid. Now, on the back of the case, there's a button to start pairing to other devices, a lightning connector at the bottom to start charging, of course, and on the front, it has a LED light, finally, that shows this charging status. And what's also really cool is that this case has MagSafe built into it, which basically is Apple's form of wireless charging. So any MagSafe device that you use, any MagSafe charger, it will flawlessly work with this case. The one I'm using right now is from channel sponsor Shevon. I love it because, for one, it's affordable, coming in at $22. One thing I hated about other wireless chargers is that I would place my AirPods down at night, only waking up to see it wasn't placed right overnight and not charged. Now, thanks to MagSafe, the Shevon Arc-Field wireless charger will snap onto the AirPods case for charging. The charging brick that I'm using is Shevon's 40-watt dual USB-C charger. It's great because I could use up to one port and charge my AirPods and also my iPad overnight. If I'm using both ports, it will share 20 watts each, which is plenty enough to juice up both devices. But if you want to save a little more money and only need to charge up one device, you could go ahead and just get the single port 20-watt charger, which is also an Arc Station charger. This is the one I keep with me in my camera bag and on the go, just in case I need to get some extra juice. So if you guys are interested in the Shevon Arc-Field wireless charger, I will have links down below in the description, and also to check out the other 20-watt and 40-watt wall chargers, so check them out. And thanks again Shevon for sponsoring today's video. Now, taking the AirPods out of the case is super simple. It doesn't slip around and it's easy to place back into the case. Now, in terms of how they look, as you can see, these AirPods look more like the Pro without the air tips. The stems are shorter on the AirPods 2. A small black spot is there on the shell, which houses the vents, the microphone, and also the skin detection sensor. Basically what that is, if you have your AirPods in your ear and then someone's talking to you, you take them out, it will pause the music or any media you're playing until you place the AirPods back into your ear. But on the downside, we don't get ANC, which sucks for me because now the AirPods 3 won't block outside sounds at all. And sometimes I have to turn up the music all the way to enjoy my tunes. This is why I don't use these as my main earbuds, because when I'm traveling on the train to and from work, I like to block out outside noise, and sadly, AirPods 3 just doesn't have that feature. Now, the case on AirPods are also IPX4 water and dust resistance, so wearing them in the rain or getting a little sweaty at the gym or while working out should be perfectly fine. I've seen people running these under tap water and it's working, but I personally won't do that because I'm not trying to be, you know, AirPods-less. So if anyone's brave enough to try that, let me know if it works down below in the comments. Next up, we have the features and functionalities. So like the AirPods Pro or the previous gen of AirPods, the AirPods 3 has Apple's H1 chip built inside. So pairing across all my Apple devices was a breeze. It also has automatic switching. So if I'm listening to audio on my iPhone, then I take out my MacBook or my iPad, it will switch over to that without me have to be pairing again. It's kind of cool, but it's also annoying because sometimes when I'm just on my MacBook editing a video and I just want to check on notifications or check something on TikTok, the audio switches to my iPhone. I'm like, yo, chill, bro. I need to take control sometimes. So I just turned that off because yeah, it's kind of annoying. Now, how you control the AirPods 3s is almost identical to AirPods Pros. I wish I could show you guys, but I actually lost mine. Those things would literally follow my ears 24/7, so it was bound to go missing. But basically, there's a small flat surface on the stems of the AirPods 3, and if you pinch once, that pauses the music. You pinch twice, that goes to the next track. You triple pinch, that goes to the previous track or repeats the track that you're playing. And also, if you don't want to mess around with it, you could just use Hey Siri to work it. You could just say, Hey Siri, pause the music, Hey Siri, next track. You know what I mean? You could just tell Siri to control your media, but
there's nothing playing.
Anyways, before Siri interrupted me, you could just use her to control the music if you want to, but in public places it might be awkward, so just use the pinch feature. If you want to control the volume, you could use Hey Siri to turn the volume up or down, because you don't have volume controls on any AirPods, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is.
Sorry, there was a problem adjusting volume.
Shut up! Okay, so if you open the control center and go into settings for the AirPods 3, you'll only show the option to enable spatial audio, and basically this just makes whatever you're listening to sound like it's around you. It's kind of hard to explain, but whenever I turn my head to like the left or right, I could hear it. So you have fixed spatial audio and you have like an open spatial audio. So with the open one, if you turn your head to the left, it's like you could hear the music more on this side. You turn your head to the right, you can hear it more, or you can just turn it off and the sound will just sound flat. Basically, it just sounds like you're listening to the artist sing at a concert. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool. I like it, but I think it also drains battery life. So for me personally, I always turn it off. Now onto the comfort and fit. These things, yeah, they're very comfortable and they actually fit me better than my old AirPods Pro. I was running with them over the weekend. They didn't fall out or anything. As you can see here, if I shake my head, they aren't going anywhere. But comfort and fit is all subjective because not everyone's ears is built the same. So I think the best way I could explain this is it doesn't feel like your head is about to explode. Sometimes it's in my ear and I actually forget that it's in my ear. I could wear these hours on end without feeling any fatigue or anything like that. And yeah, comfortability is probably a 9 out of 10 for me, honestly, or a 9.9 out of 10. It's really good. Now, onto the most important thing when buying a pair of earbuds is how does it sound? The sound quality, I'm not sure what to really tell you. They sound really good. I think it has decent enough bass, probably even better than the AirPods Pro, as far as I know, because the AirPods 3 actually has newer hardware in form of a low distortion driver that pushes out more powerful and crispy bass. The vocals are clear, but it's just missing that seal to actually only hear the music, you know what I mean? So because it doesn't have the tip, I could kind of hear like stuff that's going on outside, but in terms of just pure sound quality, really, really good. Now you listen to your music, to and from work, to and from school. How does it hold up? What's the battery life like? I think the battery life on the AirPods 3 are amazing. Apple advertises 6 hours of listening time and 5 if you're using spatial audio. That's why I turned it off. This is the best battery life from any Apple AirPod device that Apple has ever made, and it's true. I've personally went 2 days without charging this last week, and it doesn't even take that long to fully charge up. If you ever need to, you could charge these for only 5 minutes and get up to an hour extra listening time, which is clutch, and it takes I think an hour to go from 0 to 100%. Okay, so should you buy it? Overall, the 3rd gen of AirPods are really good. It's a really good choice when you include the improved water resistance, the support for Where Is, which is basically a way that you could find your AirPods if it's missing. It's kind of cool. They are practical, comfortable, powerful, and durable. So yeah, they're good, but will I be using them? Hell to the no. I'm going back to my OnePlus Buds, man. They look better, they sound better. Why wouldn't I use them? If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like or hit that dislike button. Unfortunately, you can't see how many people dislike the video. It kind of sucks for you, but alright guys, as always, love, peace, and tweaks. Sign out.